your right foot up.
That's my left foot.
Oh, sorry, let me try it again. This is my wife. She plays harp, not bass. I'm going to teach her bass today. I'm going to teach her the exact way that I teach anybody, a 6th grader or an adult beginner. We've got a piece. We're going to get her in this lesson, walking out with this one piece, and if she can't do it, it's totally on me. First thing we're going to do is have her sit. You can sit or stand when you're starting, but you eliminate some variables by sitting, so we're going to get your stool height right. So I have a seat on this stool.
Okay.
And this is a little too tall for her because you want there to be a little bit of a bend in the leg, but not too much. So stand up for a second, and we will bring it down just a little bit. There we go. Have a seat. Good. This dog is very excited to have my wife play bass. I'm going to have her put her foot on this yoga block. That's going to be more comfortable. So take your left foot and put it on this yoga block, and now you have both feet flat on the floor, nice and secure. You don't want your legs to be too bent, like a 90-degree angle. You want just a little bit of bend. You don't want to be too up on the stool, so this is a good angle. When you're putting the bass into the lap, you want to get it so that the knee is on the back of the bass. So just go like that. That looks good. And you want to make sure that this right leg here isn't too far like this, and it's not too far like this. It's just right. If you look like a cello, you're probably a little bit off. Now we need to adjust the bass up a little bit because you want this first position right here to be right around eye level, right around nose level, so that's looking very good. You look like a natural.
Great.
Now the big question, French or German bow, what do you think? What do you want to try?
I mean, I've seen you use French bow for so many years.
We'll start with French, we'll see what happens.
And I'm a French school harpist, so.
So take your right hand and hold it up like this. Good. And in these two creases right here, these kind of middle creases, I'm going to have her put the bow. That's the 2nd and 3rd fingers. And on the 1st and 4th, it's going to be that 1st crease right here. So we go like this, 2nd crease, 1st crease, 1st crease. And now the thumb, this is always the tricky thing. Some people start the thumb on the back like this. Some people start right here. We're going to start with the beginner bow hold. There, wrap your fingers around. There you go. Good. Now we're going to take the bow and put it on the string. And what I like to do is just help people get the sound going at first. So we're going to go. And then I just let her take over. So take over. All right. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful. Now, you'll notice that her hand is just a little bit tight right here. So we want to see if we can keep these fingers just wrapped around the bow and nice and relaxed. And that's where bow games come in. So what you can do is take this, and we're just going to practice spinning the cauldron. So put those fingers there. I'm going to get a bow too. And let's just spin the witch's cauldron like this. Let's cast the fishing line. Ooh. And you just want it to get comfortable just like anything else in life.
That one's tougher.
German bow hold, the way I learned it is you take your right arm, you hold it up like a zombie movie, and then you just have the bow come into the hand like this. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to flip it over. The thumb's going to go like this. Pinky there, 1st finger kind of there, and then these 2 fingers just kind of chilling out like this.
Ooh, the German grip felt a little more ergonomic when you first put it in my hand, but then when I went to play, and I felt like the bow games were pretty hard with the French bow, but when I actually went to play, the French bow felt a little more natural.
Okay, sure. And German bow is a little bit more of an extension in the arm, and I'm a terrible German bow teacher too. Now we're going to add in the left hand. And so you're going to just take your 1st finger and touch right there. Just take your 1st finger and just touch right there.
By the way, this is called 2nd finger in the world of harp playing.
And piano, but piano. Bass, we call that 1st.
But I can transpose fingers.
So, and then you just want to have everything nice and heavy in the arm, kind of weighty, and we're just going to go and just take over. Good. And we can sort of stay down in this part of the bow. It's a little easier when you're starting out. Good. When we're playing with the left hand, we want to keep our fingers above the string. So you're touching this with 1st finger, and you want to just kind of keep the other fingers like this. The spacing of your knuckles is what you want, so you don't need your fingers to be like way out or way in. Yep, there you go. And then the thumb just kind of sits right here on the back of the neck. There you go. We'll give you the bow again.
So the fingers are kind of hovering.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wait, but then the thumb needs to be here.
We're going to start the thumb there
and
today.
The pinky's going to be
kind of like that. There you go.
Okay.
Take it over. Good. Next step, take that first finger, and your posture is very good, by the way. You're going to take that first finger and put it down. So we're going to go, then, and just go between those two Ds.
I should not be supporting the weight of the bass at all with this hand. Just my body.
Yeah, that's why it's a little easier to start sitting.
Nope.
Good, and then your right hand's looking a little bit tense.
Tense.
So
Look.
if you could just let your fingers go around the bow.
Yep.
And the way
I'm trying to make it mimic my
yeah,
left hand.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
And so I like to think almost like I'm hanging off of a building. So my fingers are like this, and so or like I'm rowing a boat or something. So I really want to be sinking my arm weight in. There we go. And the idea is we want to make the string go fat whenever possible, so you can actually look and see good sound. So I'm watching this part of the string, and I'm trying to see how much I can get it vibrating. I'm just kind of chilling out of this lower half of the bow. We don't need to think about the upper half for a while, in my opinion. So good.
So many body parts to keep track of.
Right. And
I've lost it.
That's okay. This is what people, especially adults, are in my experience, overly concerned with their sound. I think of the default nature of the bass sound as being not good, and we have to like make it good. So if you get set up on cello, you get set up on violin, and the mechanics, right, it might be scratchy, but the tone will just kind of come. That's the challenge with bass. So you kind of just have to just get accustomed to it and get accustomed to the amount of weight that it takes to get it playing. Awesome, good. And then the thing that's great about that note, starting at that note, the fingers are about the span of the knuckles, and then there's this nice little shelf right here for your thumb. So you just put this right here in this is what we call neck position or something like that. So good. Now you've got first finger down. Put all four fingers down.
On the same
There you
string?
go. Yeah, right there. So first finger was D. Four fingers should be E.
We'll see about that.
Awesome, good. Now, we're going to throw one more note in, take all the fingers away, play open G. Good, we're going to take those notes and we're going to start learning our first tune. We're going to go like this. 4 times. And so, what I neglected, and if anything doesn't work, it is obviously my fault. What I neglected to have you do is a classic rookie teacher mistake. Well, I've been teaching for decades. Take that thumb before you start, and you want to just find this spot right here.
Okay.
By the way, you have an E string here. You can always check that.
Nice.
I wouldn't tell the first lesson 6th grader that, but helpful for you. So check your position, make sure you're in position. There you go. Maybe tap the fingers to make sure that they're on the string. There you go. Great.
Wait, so if I wanted to check.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. By the way, you are flipping me off right now with your right hand, so just keep those fingers as relaxed as you can. Good. Good. Keep going. I'm gonna help out.
Oh, you really have to dig in, huh?
Yeah, or sink in. So what you don't want to do is feel like you're going like pushing down on the bass. You want to feel like you're just letting that arm weight sink into it. Good. So the way that we do this tune, we do that 3 times in a row. So we go like this. 2 times. 3 times. go down to the D string. 1, open G. Try that. Find this note. 4 fingers on the D string. That's the note B.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting some
Yeah.
harmonic action? Do you
Yep.
hear that?
And so that's, you can just go a little bit away from the bridge. I have a weird fingerboard, so it's a little hard to tell if you're looking. My fingerboard's really long, yeah.
And then,
Good. Play the whole tune. Second time. Third time.
oh,
That's okay. Now, 4 fingers. And open G. Yay! So, in a 25-minute lesson, which is what I usually get with the beginner, or in a group lesson, you know, we've done all that, and you walk out, you played your first tune. That's the way I like to teach bass.
first of all, wow. Harp players have calluses usually from playing harp, but this is a whole new. I've got lines running down the fingers of my left hand.
Right. So that's one of the things. What else is unusual about playing bass?
It's very asymmetric. 2 hands doing 2 completely separate things, but it's not supposed to sound like that. And definitely, I think it's very esoteric, the idea of how to move the right arm.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people like to start folks pizzicato, and that can be cool. And some people, they play their first concert pizzicato. The school that I always learned is just get this bow going as soon as possible if this is the type of playing you want to do, because it is a little bit more mysterious, and you just want to get going from the beginning. The left hand is a little bit more objective.
I've always been very intimidated by the size of the bass, which is funny because I play the harp. But like the strings are huge, and everything about it just seems like so intimidating. And the sound is so like big and low and whatever. But no, I'm actually shocked. I was not expecting to be able to play something so quickly, and I would 100% recommend it. It's actually a lot of fun. I would like to learn more.
William want to play bass? Would William like to play bass? Would you like to play bass, honey, baby? Would you like to play some bass, Mr. Honey? Bass, very good.